We're in the Watch What You Say series. Or Watch Your Mouth series. How about that? And the reason why is because of this verse I read a couple of days ago, a week ago, in Matthew chapter 12, verses 36 to 37. Jesus told the Pharisees, he says, and I tell you this, okay, this was the end of, he had just read them, y'all. You got to go back and read that. He says, I tell you this, that you must give an account on judgment day for every idle word that you speak. Okay. He says the words that you say now will either acquit you or condemn you. Oh, talk about you have the right to remain silent. Okay. Listen, this is why in verses 22, Jesus had just healed this man who was demon possessed. Okay. And the crowd was amazed and they were all saying, like, could this be the Messiah? And the response to that from the Pharisees was that, well, no wonder he can cast out demons. He gets his powers from Satan, um, the prince of demons. Now, why would the Pharisees, this religious group of men, okay, because this is not just any, just passerbyers, churchgoers, or whatever. These are holy men. They're seen as holy men in the eyes of this community for sure. These gentlemen are the keepers of the law. They're the ones to interpret the law, and for that, they got a lot of power, respect, and what they say brings some weight. Why would they say that? Okay, not good reasons. Number one, they don't like Jesus. Okay, Jesus has been taking their shine. I told you they got a lot of respect from this community, and then here Jesus got the crowds following him. They listen to him teach. They want to be healed. They don't like the way Jesus interpret the law. Totally different from the way they interpret the law. And then they've been trying to trip him up. They tired of him. Trying to trip him up and get rid of him for so long, and so they have ill intentions, bad motives for the words that they speak. And not only that, the words that they speak are so reckless that they can endanger the lives of the people that are listening. I say lives, I mean their eternal life. Why is that? Because these men, I told you, are seen as holy men, spiritual men, religious men, and they're saying that Jesus is a demon. Okay. Now, what might people who follow you, who listen to you, who believe that you have some authority and that you know what you're talking about when it comes to the Lord, what might happen if they believe you? They're going to go opposite of Christ. And why is that so bad? Because Christ is the Messiah. Okay. He is the way, He is the only way for salvation. And your words and rhetoric can cause these people to go in the opposite direction. That is why Jesus lets them know after He reads them up and down. He says, you're going to have to give account for these idle words that you're saying. We don't think about. I said they might. I don't know how those people interpreted those words, just as we don't know how people interpret the words that we say, but He does. Okay. And on Judgment Day, when we get before Him, He's gonna bring all these posts and tweets and all these things back up to us, and they're either gonna acquit us or condemn us. So think about the words that you say, because they can and will be used against you in the eternal.